Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. If you've been checking your news feeds or glancing at your bank balance with a bit of a racing heart lately, you are definitely not alone. Today we're unpacking the looming State Bank of India strike that had the entire financial world on edge. We're going to explore exactly what was supposed to happen, why it was happening, and most importantly, what it means for your money right now. Let's dive in. So, right after the weekend, this was literally the million-dollar question. Well, maybe more than a million, for some. Will SBI branches be closed on May 25th and 26th? I mean, if you rely on physical branches for cash deposits or clearing checks, you know a two-day nationwide bank closure is a massive disruption to your operations. Okay, let me just give you the bottom line right up front so we can all take a massive collective sigh of relief. Crisis averted, guys. The branches are open and services are totally normal. There will be absolutely no disruption to your banking operations today or tomorrow. If you had a branch visit planned, you can go right ahead. But you know, the story of how we actually got here and the underlying tensions that almost shut down the nation's largest lender, well, it's a fascinating one, and it's really important to understand.
To stop the panic from spreading like wildfire, the bank actually hopped right onto X, formerly Twitter, and put out this super clear customer advisory. They flat out stated that the proposed strike by the Staff Federation has been formally deferred. They clearly wanted to leave absolutely zero room for rumors or speculation. And honestly, it worked. This single message instantly stabilized the anxieties of millions of everyday retail customers, not to mention the massive corporate clients who completely rely on SBI's daily operations.
But why the massive panic in the first place? Well, just look at the timeline. You can see exactly why anxiety spiked so incredibly fast. The planned strike dates were May 25th and 26th, which fell on a Monday and a Tuesday. But right before that was the May 23rd and 24th weekend. Because banks were already closed on the weekend, a strike on Monday and Tuesday would have effectively created a grueling 4-day total banking halt. 4 consecutive days without branch access. For a massive economy that moves at lightning speed, a 4-day freeze at the country's largest bank is a complete logistical nightmare. That's exactly why the tension was so incredibly high 24 hours prior. Fortunately, day 1 has arrived and normal operations have resumed. So, with the immediate crisis averted, it really begs the question, why did the SBI workers call for a strike to begin with? Let's take a look at what pushed this massive workforce to the absolute brink of a walkout. First off, let's look at who is actually at the negotiating table. The organization behind the strike call is the AISBISF. That's a bit of a mouthful, but it stands for the All India State Bank of India Staff Federation. Basically, they are the union representing the vast workforce of SBI employees all across the nation. When they speak up, they are voicing the daily, on-the-ground concerns of the people who actually run the branches you walk into every single day. Understanding their specific grievances is absolutely crucial here. What are they actually advocating for? According to the Federation, they have a whole list of employee-related demands, but there is one glaring issue right at the center of it all, and that's a severe shortage of armed guards at the branches. The union points out that as older security personnel have retired and due to a lack of promotions or new hires to fill those specific security vacancies, the physical protection at these branches has dropped to critically low levels. If we look at it from the union's perspective, this creates a really stark contrast in their daily operational reality. Back in the day, having adequate armed guards provided this essential baseline of safety for both the physical branch assets and the staff working inside. But today, they're arguing that managing huge amounts of physical cash and highly sensitive data without that standard security infrastructure, well, it actively increases the daily risks they face. And honestly, this creates what we could call a security ripple effect. It's not just some internal HR issue, it branches out. First, obviously, you have the increased risk for the bank employees who are stationed there all day. But second, think about it. There is a heightened danger for walk-in customers too. That's you and me. If a branch is undersecured, literally anyone inside is potentially at higher risk. And finally, there is a greater threat to the physical bank assets themselves. By highlighting all of this, the union is trying to show that this isn't just about employee perks, it's about the fundamental structural safety of the banking environment. Now, obviously, this specific strike was deferred, and the two sides are going to continue to navigate these really complex security and personnel issues. But man, this whole event serves as a major wake-up call, doesn't it? It forces us all to ask, how do you actually bank without a branch? What is your backup plan if a nationwide strike does eventually happen? It is always way better to be empowered and prepared rather than caught completely off guard. During the frantic build-up to this potential strike, SBI heavily advised its customers to lean on its digital alternatives. If the physical doors close, the digital doors remain wide open.
They specifically reminded customers to utilize ATMs for cash needs, internet banking for transfers, their proprietary YONO app for comprehensive services, general mobile banking, and of course, the UPI network for instant payments. The infrastructure is totally there, so that even in the event of a physical shutdown, the financial gears of your life don't have to stop turning.
But circling back to today and tomorrow, the only number you really need to remember right now is 0. 0 is the exact number of disruptions you are going to face in your SBI branch banking because this strike was officially deferred. The crisis has been entirely paused, allowing you to go about your financial business with complete peace of mind.
If you found this breakdown helpful and you enjoy cutting through the noise to understand the structured facts behind the headlines, please take a quick second to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps support The Explainer so we can keep bringing you more clear, focused insights just like this one, keeping you informed and ahead of the curve. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a quick thought to ponder. We just talked about all those digital alternatives, right? So I'm super curious, how has digital banking actually changed your personal reliance on physical branches? Like, could you easily survive a 4-day branch closure today? Or are you still heavily tied to in-person banking? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I would absolutely love to read your perspective on this. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and I will see you in the next one.